get some openings. I'm looking towards to see what Davkos is going to be able to do with a little bit of silence in yesterday's match. But for the starting proceedings right now, it is just the contact out through toward mid. It's Davkos to start it on through. And I kind of like the passiveness from Rare Adam, you know, not just full balls to the wall, guns out. That's going to be a meaty grenade. Actually, not as much damage as I thought.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I saw it. I thought there was going to be something coming from that one, but end of the day, nothing too substantial. It is a bit different to Rare Adam from what we saw yesterday. They like to be a little aggressive on that CT side, especially in toward mid. So we'll see whether or not that ends up sort of rearing its head. But I do recall in a lot of those situations where they had pistols, Jamyoung pushing mid, causing problems.
They're actually pulling away from the B site right now. So it's going to be old GG How finding plants, finding positions, and this is going to look like a 5 versus 5 retake. This is where things could look very interesting. Jamyoung's still on the other side of the map. So for Rare Adam, they don't have him to utilize just yet.
Yeah, I always do get a bit concerned when I see the 5-on-5 retake, particularly when, you know, there's no kit right now for Rare Adam. There's also no util to get back into that side, bar the one flash that Mosey's holding on to. So they're going to have to hit some really, really good shots, but we'll see what they're able to land as they start to make their inroads into that B-bomb site. Hasn't gone too well. Meztal able to start things off, and Mori steps up. That is a huge pistol to win for GG How. I was going to highlight, before we started casting this, that of the bottom 6 rated players in this event, 4 of those players are from GG How. I think you're going to get that when you go down 0-2, particularly in the fashion which they did on map 2. But it is important that we see individuals stepping up for GG How, and that's a really good pistol from Mori to start things off. Yeah, no force up from Rare Adam as well, so it should be the guns coming in toward the third. I was very surprised that Rare Adam, actually, without those kits as well, took their time to go in for the retake. 20 seconds before they actually started. Opens up 10 seconds to get those kills and a defuse. They're certainly fighting from behind in that situation, but for GG How right now, as you do mention, it should look good for them to start on this T side, show us what Ancient does have to deliver for them. And again, just a slower start to these rounds. No big stacks to come out from Rare Adam, just split across the map. Yeah, a bit more of a passive play from GG How in this one, and that might bode them quite well.
Looks a little bit risky in the end, but GG How starting to navigate that one quite nicely. A wrap around in toward the side as well. Mosey, good for 1. Anything that you can do in this round is just going to be some extra damage to your guns in the next. See what Kaze and Jamyoung are going to be able to do. But for GG How, only dropping Facecrack, who was your entry with your Mac 10 in towards this round, you'll be fine with that.
Yeah, see if Rare Adam can grab themselves another 1 or 2. Would be nice. No real sense trying to, you know, chill out here or anything like that. They don't have any armor. They don't really have anything to take through to the next round. So they're going to have a bit of a creep in towards T-Spawn and see if they can maybe catch GG How on the exit. No guns to pick up in T-Spawn, unfortunately for Rare Adam. Have to keep a bit of an eye on Kaze today as well. Thought his output on Ancient was kind of where he started to come back into that series. He did really well on Vertigo, but sort of went missing for the first map. So CT side, obviously, Orpa, you're going to sort of highlight him a little bit again.
I definitely want to see what Jamyoung's going to be able to showcase to us with his performance, with his multi-fragging capability. Yesterday, it was just really powerful to get Rare Adam nearly across the board against Greyhound, but this is the round that we've really been waiting for, to see what Rare Adam's defense is going to look like. It's not the greatest by either. You don't have everybody electing to get these rifles, because utility usage is definitely something that we want to be seeing continued on to gain a lot of control here on this map.
Advent with the MP9 in this round for Rare Adam. You'd normally say, you know, not a great weapon, but actually look at that, and I think Advent got quite a lot of value out of the MP9 yesterday. Maybe not so much on this map, but on Vertigo in particular, he was really good, and he's going to be tested once again as GG How. They're going to try and go fast. Advent drops, but it is a trade for at least Kaze, a 1-for-1. GG How into the B bomb site, starting to get their util down, and they'll look to try to plant the bomb. They're losing members here and there, and it's important they continue these trades. Luckily, they've been able to do that. Bomb plant now going down, and numbers advantage actually for GG How at the end of all that.
Yeah, this is where it starts to get a little bit risky, but a good pickup from Mercury onto Facecrack does open up an opportunity, though Davkos says no towards that one, and now it's just Mosey. No utility, no kit, there's one on the floor. But he has to try and find these GG How players isolated against each other. A bit of a crossfire. I don't want to see Davkos overstep his bounds, but he will, and he'll find the frag as well. Gun round.
Look, it's kind of nice to see in a way, like obviously there's that confidence there for GG How. You say you don't want to see him take that peak, and I kind of understand why, right? You want to see the double swing. You want to see them go together. But end of the day, if JJH players are feeling it, they've got to back themselves, especially in a matchup like this where, you know, we've seen what some of these Chinese players can do. We've seen what JamYoung can do. mozzie was on an absolute tear yesterday. Obviously, you know, Kaze is certainly someone that can have that kind of an impact as well. So I think you've got to be backing yourself. We've talked at length about how Counter-Strike is a confidence game, and JJH bringing out that confidence today is good to see. 3-0 start for them on T side, no less. Really impressive performance considering what happened to Greyhound yesterday on this map. Rare Atom, they're going to have to make an adaptation. Not in this round, but it's going to have to come soon. Otherwise, we're going to need to start thinking a little bit more about their T side and what they have to offer on this map. And that's where it starts to potentially get a little bit more problematic. Definitely
the best start that you could want on the T side of your own map pick, of course. It should be, by all means, a 4-0 start before we see Rare Atom really start to rear their heads on what they've got in towards this series.
Yep. Well, Mercury was a bit of a demon with the Deagle yesterday. Let's not count Rare Atom out of this round just yet. He is pushed out of Cave. Well, out of Cheetah, I should say, back into Cave. And the grenade, well, it will push him out of Cave as well. So, not too much in this one just yet for Rare Atom. And I got to say, it doesn't really feel like there's been too much in this map so far for Rare Atom. It's kind of just been JJH going through their paces. I don't really feel like Rare Atom have kind of woken up just yet, which, to be fair, it is quite early in the morning here. I know it's 11 o'clock, but when we're talking gamer terms, it is pretty early. And the fact that Rare Atom played the second game yesterday, it went quite late. They might not have, you know, had the easiest of nights, right? Because not only do you want to reset off of that last game, you probably want to go back and have a look at it. There was a lot of things that I think they could do, particularly again on Inferno, that they could have changed up. And so probably a bit of theory work last night for Rare Atom would have meant that they may not have had too much sleep. We'll see how they go, though. Obviously, this is going to be their second gun round, probably their better gun round. Now they've got an AWP, they've got all that util. What can Rare Atom bring to the table on this CT side? They looked so good on it yesterday.
Well, already so far, we've seen multiple members of JJH firing up, getting multi-frags as well, so that just bodes confidence for them to build on through. And it is a bit of aggression this time from Rare Atom, something we were waiting for, though mozzie only good for one. Does mean that meztal is going to open things up. A player advantage for JJH. In through mid, again, they've been conditioning this so far against Rare Atom, throwing that top of house smoke round after round, you know, a little bit of presence toward the B side. But this time, transition over towards A, and that's where Kaze is resting with the AWP at the moment.
Does really look like JJH have done their homework. They know that Rare Atom likes to get aggressive into mid. They've punished them for that. They should also know Kaze likes to play on that long line. He's going to be pushed away a tad by the Molotov. The flames kind of obscuring his vision. JJH are now into the bomb site. They found Kaze as well. So again, numbers disadvantage for Rare Atom. Really not looking good for them at the moment. Maury's found himself another double kill. Up to 9-1, and JJH are getting the run of things at the moment.
Be a big retake for Advent if he's able to find this one. The first out of 3. No smoke, however, means that it's going to be an open defuse if he goes for the attempt, and it's such a problematic position as well that JJH have actually planted in. Can he even try and just get the AWP to save it into the next round? The answer is no. This is a beautiful start from JJH.
Yeah, it's really not looking good for Rare Atom at the moment. Just individuals not winning their aim duels in a lot of cases, and JJH, they're on fire to start off this T side, which is, it's an awesome start to the day, right? When you start on T side, you start on Ancient, you think, all right, well, this could be a little bit rough, but every round they get right here and right now is driving that nail deeper and deeper into Rare Atom and building up the confidence for JJH as well, which is absolutely something they're going to need if they need to make that run through the lower bracket. Obviously, there's still a game to play tomorrow for the winner of this game.
Just feels like it's a no-nonsense T-side at the moment from JJH as well, right? Nothing just too overcomplicated. Very quick protocols in the fast rounds. When they're playing more toward their defaults, they're seeing what Rare Atom has against them. Really maximizing this utility usage so far. Now, going on that exploratory mission at the moment. See what they can bait out from Rare Atom, who aren't really budging too hard. You know, they don't have the greatest weaponry to be able to utilize in this round. The scout from Kaze, we'll see what he's going to be able to do towards the A side. You got JamYoung to assist in the donut if it needs to swing around.
Yeah, not feeling too crash hot about things just yet for Rare Atom. This buy isn't really filling me with a whole lot of confidence. It's not inspiring, so to speak. Smoke does go down, but Advent is not able to lock down Cave at all. Mercury thinks about going through it. And maybe decides better of it after copping a couple of bullets on the way in. Kaze going to have a bit of a job to do on A right now. He does have the scout, and I generally find he's pretty solid with it, but didn't get to see too much of that yesterday. Here's another opportunity for Kaze. Players low. If he can hit a headshot here, that'd be fantastic, but no such luck. And JJH once again into the A bomb site pretty comfortably. They're barely dropping guns. I mean, meztal has not even died this map. Davkos dies once, Mori and Blue Phoenix twice. So we're now 6 rounds in, and okay,
there's that deagle.
Look, face crack, that's fine. He's got 5 deaths, but everyone else is just kind of crazy. I mean, 5 deaths across the rest of the members. So 10 deaths total in 6 rounds is a really good sign if you're JJH. Very bad sign if you're Adam.
And this is a 6-0 start as well. You know, you would be very happy with having a 9-6 half if you were on that T side as well. So this is just extra change for JJH from here on out. You've got Davkos, who's been able to pick up that AWP now, which is his favorable weapon. Didn't see, you know, too much impact come out of it yesterday, which was something that I was a little bit, you know, in awe of. That I'm missing that factor to come through from him. But if he's able to really just align in towards this map, post up on a couple of lines, find some good openers as well, or just watch those flank lines specifically, and post plans is where I find his strength coming in towards this map. It can be pretty brutal towards Rare Adam. Finally, though, we do get another purchase to come up from them. Still only on that 1 kit, so they'll have to be tracking of that. But the biggest thing in this round from them would be an opener and getting away with it as well. They haven't been able to do that just yet.
I think getting that first blood is going to be really important for them. Jamyoung has safely been able to get into Donut this time, but making a fair bit of noise, and Advent fully flashed, can't do anything on the B side. Once again, JJH are just playing Rare Adam like a fiddle. Finally, Mercury steps up to cause some problems. And it's Rare Adam that will throw something back in the face of JJH for the first time in a long time. Good trade in there from Davkos. Great shot hit. Keeps it to the 3-on-3, and Mori cutting off rotates.
Yeah, the tune of this round certainly sounds a little bit different from Rare Adam. JJH, the attempt at the B rush, squandered for now, back towards the settling down. A minute still to play with to try and get that bomb plant down. Rare Adam, their utility is starting to look a little bit lackluster for the remaining stages of this round. Even for JJH as well, you've got no smokes. It's a great duel for Mori to be able to win. Opens up a bit of a flanking route if he does want to go for it, but then you've got Kaze playing with the AWP still. Very split from where Mercury is. He's actually going to tuck himself down into the ramp.
Mori's been on fire in this map. I just wonder whether or not Mercury's going to be able to get away with another kill or 2. He's walked his way into lane and might have a bit of a spider sense tingling that there's something happening toward that B bomb side. If he finds the timing, this could be a round-winning position from Mercury. Catches Mori, denies the plan as well. Where's the comms from JJH? meztal, he just stuck it, and now it's onto Davkos with 20 seconds left. Molly down onto the ramp. He's going to try to plant the bomb at some point. He's going to have to. But the nade over the top might just be enough to catch him in the side. It doesn't. He's still got the 2-on-1 to deal with.
Yeah, and this is just really rough for him. It's a great no-scope on towards Kaze. There's time to get a plan. This is actually a workable scenario. He knows where Mercury was a couple of seconds ago, but does he overcomplicate things? The pistol is out, and the line is there for Mercury. That is all of the kills from Mercury. That's an ace to get Rare Adam on the board.
Yeah, gets all 5, and that's what it takes for Rare Adam to get around on this bloody map. It's insane. Mercury has had to come up with the goods.
And after their performance yesterday as well, just a stark difference with how things have started for them.
Yeah. Look, if that's how they're going to have to win rounds, then I'm not feeling too confident for Rare Adam. Mercury goes above and beyond in this one. And even then, it comes down to a 1v1, which, you know, obviously is not a sure thing. Right there, you think that should be the round over. Davkos hits a really nice shot onto Kaze to make it possible, but end of the day, Mercury does stand tall, and now we need to see someone else from Rare Adam doing something. There's a nice cheeky one from Mosey. Jamyoung combining with that as well. And so a much better start to this round for Rare Adam than what we've seen in a bunch of the previous.
Yeah, this is a lot of map control for RA as well. Right down the guts of mid, in towards Cheetah. You got Event sitting on the B side by himself. And it just feels like this is a lot better of a round start for Rare Adam. They might even go flawless in it. Yeah, just down to meztal.
This is a little bit more like it for Rare Adam, right? They've taken control of mid, and you've seen how effective Jamyoung was from that position yesterday. He's already getting some impact here. That's actually his first kill for the map so far. So to see a player like Jamyoung going 1-6 and 0-6 essentially, I think that's where a lot of the firepower is going lacking for Rare Adam. And It's starting to sort of flow back in now for them. Keep 4 guns alive. Really good round from Rare Adam. Good response. But it's almost going to have to take now a clean half. They're going to have to get to 9-6 for us to be at the back end of this half saying, oh, yeah, that was pretty good actually from Rare Adam.
And even then, you're still pretty comfortable for GG How going on towards the more favorable side of CT. You do then start to question, you know, you got to get your head back in towards the game because you do lose 9 rounds in a row. But from what we've seen so far, you know, the cohesion from GG How, they're being able to bounce back in towards this one, a timeout thrown in. They've still got enough cash to go in with a buy here, Jordan. So, again, any damage that they're delivering, if they get the round, you know, they're right as rain.
I mean, it's not going to be an easy round for Rare Adam. It's certainly not going to be an easy run for them throughout this half. They've got no one to blame but themselves, though. Really just went missing in those first few rounds of the map. And so that means they've got a bit of a mountain to climb. But money's starting to build up for the CT side. Starting to see some confidence being shown by Rare Adam. Really good round from Mercury to get them back into the swing of things. It's going to take another 1 or 2 in a row before we start to feel like Rare Adam's back, in a sense.
4 incendiaries utilized in the first 5 seconds of the round from Rare Adam, over towards mid and over towards B, but the action over towards A at the moment, and they're just cleaning house at the moment. Jamyoung finally getting a duel that he's been waiting for. Mosey in for the piece as well, and with all these rotations already coming for Rare Adam, it looks like they're shaping up for a good round. Davkos good for 1 in return at least, but how do you get a bomb plant down in this situation?
Yeah, I don't really think it's possible right now. They're going to have to hit some more frags. Bomb plant, though, is on the floor. Jamyoung hasn't been able to deny that out from the smoke. Advent also not bold enough to take the peak, but end of the day, it doesn't seem to matter too much. Rare Adam have brought it down to just Davkos again, and this time it's not a 1-on-2. It's a 1-on-4. Defuse is on. He's just going to save that orb. Good round out for Rare Adam again with the 4 guns saved through. But GG How will get another buy. So Rare Adam are going to have to keep running at this wall. Feels like it's eventually going to break. You know, it's starting to crumble a little bit. But Rare Adam haven't broken through just yet. They haven't gotten to that point where they feel comfortable on this CT side just yet.
Yeah, and that's another rush round as well coming through from GG How, where it looks okay. It looks a little bit shaky as well. It's the second time that they've been shut down with going for that rush, so I feel like they might just go back onto you know, resting in the beginning of the round, playing out these defaults. Again, a lot of incendiary usage from Rare Adam at the very beginning to halt any process from GG How, as Facecrack does manage to get in towards Cheetah. Not sustaining any real damage either, so it's a little bit of a forward position from GG How at the moment, with that bomb still lurking over towards the A side of things. However, it does potentially transition back over there a little bit later again. AWP for Kaze's also moved around the map this time too, so it's looking a little bit different from Rare Adam.
Oh, Kaze's got a bit of info there. Seen a couple of players headed into Donut, and there is a responding smoke out from Rare Adam. Bit of a slower round out now from GG How. They had a plan, and it hasn't necessarily gone the way they wanted it to, so they're going to have to reset, think about what they want to do, defaulting back toward the B site. Still enough util in the back pocket for GG How to hit that bomb site. They've got 2 smokes, a couple of mollies as well, and a flash. That's plenty.
Also got Maury sitting in mid. See if you can cut in if any rotations and assistance from Rare Adam. 40 seconds to go. This is where things are going to start to heat up around this B site.
Smoke's down. The 2 that you'd be expecting. There's a player still on the site. They've dealt with him. It's Mercury down early on in the piece, but we saw a lot of kills from Advent in particular through the smokes on B yesterday. This time it looks like they're going for the boost over the top. Interesting Molotov. But bomb plant's gone down. It's a 4-on-4 for the post plant. meztal down to 11 HP is the only real difference maker between the 2 sides.
Oh, read like a book on where Maury's coming from, but he's found the big duel on towards Jamyoung. A good one out from Davkos, and this is shaping up to be a round 4 GG How. It's just down to Mosey. See what he can do in the 1 versus 4, but it's just too many bodies against him. Blue Phoenix for the close, and GG How, they get their 7th.
Yeah, really, really nice response. GG How, it's been a little bit of a drought, but not too long. Only a few rounds in a row to Rare Adam, and once again, GG How have been able to strike back. It's going to leave Rare Adam thinking, obviously, they'll have enough money for a buy. So we'll continue to throw punches at one another.
We haven't really seen too much aggression from them over at the A side of things just yet. It's mainly been that utility set over towards B and mid. This time Kaze looking to get a little bit closer towards A main, but not going to be pushing in toward it. Again, you know, if Rare Atom keep conceding this mid-control over towards GG Howard, just opens up a lot of things for them throughout the tail end of this half.
Well, Kaze going to take that peek into Donut, sets himself up on the line again, and oh, move! Wow, will not get out in time.
That's the A site. There's no one there for Rare Atom anymore. Yeah. Unfortunately for GG How, the bomb is on the other side of the map, so if Mori can get another one here, it will be absolutely brilliant for him, but it's FaceCrack finding Jamyoung out in mid.
I didn't mind it from Jamyoung, you know, trying to get something done. He's on the CT side. He's 4-on-4. He wants to try to cause a bit of a ruckus, but it's ultimately put Rare Atom in an even worse position than what they originally were. Advent now has to step up and go large. Davkost has been quite the danger man for GG House so far on this game. But Advent's feeling confident, go straight through the smoke. It won't work out. It's another gun down. It's just Mosey left alive.
Very problematic for Rare Atom. An 8.5 guaranteed for GG Howe. Take this M4 into the next round and see what you can do. Your team doesn't really have any money behind you. You've got Advent, yeah, with over 2K at the moment, but
yeah,
you know, you're looking towards these rounds. What corners do you have to start cutting from Rare Atom?
It's a very substandard CT side now for Rare Atom, isn't it? 8 rounds for GG House secured already. They were already at a pretty past score when they got to 6, and anything beyond that is a massive, massive bonus. They're now threatening to potentially go to double digits, and I think at that point you have to say probably Rare Atom bows out of this map, and we move on to Inferno, where I personally felt Rare Atom looked kind of shaky yesterday. So yeah. I don't know if I have a huge amount of confidence in this one for Rare Atom at the moment. I know they're a decent Mirage team as well, but yeah, just not really seeing the greatest of displays from that Rare Atom CT side right now. Kaze does have an AWP in hand.
Yep. The prize upgraded in the save of the last round for Mosey.
Yeah.
A lot to discuss here if you are Rare Atom. You really want to make this half competitive and try to get to 7, but as you mentioned, the money's looking good for GG Howe. The confidence is looking good for them as well. You know, round after round that they started to get in the very beginning at 5-0, it was just looking great for them. Start to see a little bit back from Rare Atom, getting mid-control.
I don't know what we're going to expect to see from Rare Atom here. They don't have a lot to play with. Kind of have to find a way to enable Kaze. Maybe it's a peek into mid, maybe into ramp. That's where GG Howe have really spent a lot of their time early in the rounds. So if you're going anywhere with that AWP, I kind of feel it's toward one of those areas of the map. Don't really want to be seeing Kaze over toward A again, which is where he has traditionally been AWPing. And seems he's going to head toward B. It is going to be that ramp peak, and there's a fast play out from GG Howe. This could actually still work out for Rare Atom. Kaze, though, he's off the line. It's on to Advent with a 5-7 to try to salvage. There is Kaze, though, dropping the bomb. And it starts to go a little bit wrong for GG Howe. FaceCrack is able to salvage 1 HP for him. Hanging on by a thread, but he'll get behind Kaze and shut him down before Jamyoung could do anything about it.
Really want to see if they can get one of these guns and get back in towards this round. A minute 20 and time to settle might provide an opportunity to get that AWP with the smoke that does go down.
It's a Mac 10 for Mercury right now, but that's not going to help him too much.
No, not what you want whatsoever. They're not even going to be able to just go in and deny this plant at the moment. It's going to be post. Jamyoung's on for a massive wraparound as well, but with 14 HP, a breath of fresh air will blow him over. He has found the timing to tuck in.
He's going to have to hit some perfect shots with this P250. I'm not sure Davkost will expect him on this line if he's going to hard clear it or not. Jamyoung could be the round-winning play. Mori now spotted, and he's down to 37 HP, which makes it doable for Jamyoung through the wood wall. Rare Atom, they will survive 4-8, and they pick themselves up a very important round.
They've dug themselves out of the grave a bit in that one, haven't they? You look at what GG Howe go in with that round as well. They've very wise to what the round is looking like from Rare Atom. 2 Mac 10s, you're expecting a quick play, you're expecting that rush in towards B, but Rare Atom having a couple of numbers over there, having Advent open up in the round as well. That AWP from Kaze looking for things, but Jamyoung, good patience in the end to win that one out.
Wow. Look, it's a round that I think GG Howe will not be happy losing, but in the grand scheme of things, they're still very much in control of this map. Rare Atom have not looked good with the guns in their hands, and once again, an opening crack. Davkost is just running around the map, destroying people with that AWP. Advent's going to go for the push down ramp, and that's worked out, but now he's flashed and traded. And so GG Howe once again have the numbers advantage. And look, it's well and good to win that last round if you're Rare Atom, but if you can't win the following round, you can't go to 8-7. then what does it really matter?
Well, double digits is looking real plausible now for GG How. You're taking an AWP and an M4 if you even possibly can. The money isn't really there too much for GG How to justify going for the hunt, but at this point in time as well, you know, they're playing quite safe, they're playing quite reserved, they're playing very smart Ancient T-side at the moment, and Rare Atom, this is something that they did not have to contend with against Greyhound yesterday, so it is a bit of a slap in the face and a wake-up call to them to figure out what you do in the last little rounds here that they do have, and then everything changes when you go to the T-side.
I mean, I think when we talk about Rare Atom as a whole at this event and we look at the rounds that they've played, they have looked their best when they've had individuals kind of firing, right? When Jam Young's been hitting really sick entries, when Mosey's been doing some work, when Mercury's been doing some work. So the fact that that is now kind of not happening, where they're not getting those big individual performances, we're not seeing multi-frags on a regular basis from a lot of those players, you kind of look at it and go, well, what's the plan B? Where do they fall back to? Because outside of that, we haven't really seen them winning a huge amount of rounds, right? Even when you think about how they won on Ancient yesterday, how they got it so close on Vertigo yesterday, it was a lot of big individual performances. So if that's going missing for Rare Atom, what have they got left? What have they got in the back pocket? What can they now go back to? And have they got a good T-side on Ancient? That's the other question we have to start being asked. You know, it's going to be probably double digits for GG How. So Rare Atom are going to have to do something of a miracle on the T-side of Ancient to win this map.
Well, that's at least one frag going Rare Atom's way and an AK stolen, but you're not really going to be able to get out of this one if you are Mercury, or maybe you can. A couple of kills, an ace potential in a round like this would be absolutely welcome with open arms yet again.
Well, that would be a second for the map if he did manage to do so. But he's got the AK in hand. And it sort of feels as though that is the kind of thing that we need from Rare Atom to even win rounds on this CT side right now.
Well, it was Mercury's map yesterday. Had a good performance on Ancient against Greyhound. Looking to double down here, but in a different scoreline sense.
Davkos probably not expecting someone so close on the line. And Mercury finds the timing. Davkos still gets a shot out, but bomb is spotted. That's going to draw the rotation across from Rare Atom. And if Mercury can find one more, then maybe Rare Atom is in with a chance. He's spammed through the wall, though, and now done. It'll come down to the deagle of Mosey more than anything else. Jam Young with only a USP. They might be able to grab the AWP. AK potentially on offer on ramp as well.
You'd be loving a little bit of utility here. What a smoke or a molly could do just to get in, cordon off an angle.
Well, Mosey's cleared a fair bit of the site out. They should be relatively aware that this is mostly just going to be a cave setup. The question is going to be, do they know there's someone wrapping around and can they hit their shots? They don't have a defuse kit. Not that it would matter. Maury didn't go down. 10 up for GG How.
Maury's having an absolute half. 18 frags is found. That's definitely what you want. You know, you build confidence after yesterday's game where you're looking really shaky coming in towards that second map. After a very competitive Ancient as well, definitely does seem, you know, I was kind of questioning a little bit earlier. They've gone to pick Ancient in towards this series after seeing the scoreline that Rare Atom did come out of this one yesterday against Greyhound, but it definitely is playing into their own strengths at the moment. And we come into the last round of this half at the moment. It's back towards the mid control. Rare Atom, they have to concede with the presence of GG How once more.
Yeah, I have to say, it is not the most influential performance from Rare Atom today. GG How showing us a really, really positive turn. I think it is hard to bounce back after a loss on day one. But, you know, maybe there's a world where GG How just played the best team in the event in the first match, and sometimes that's just how it is, and they can really start to show us something over the course of today and potentially tomorrow if they make it there.
Rare Atom are going to have to get some information in a couple of seconds because there's really no util for them. There's no kit as well if GG How are able to get the plant down. If Kaze can find an opener, it will be what they need to get started in towards this round. The HP, it's not going to face him too much as an AWP up, and he will manage to find the opening too onto Davkos.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the last round of the half, it's not going to be a massive signal for Rare Atom to be charging into the second with any kind of gusto or confidence, but 5 is definitely better than 4, and it denies the 11th from GG How, so every round matters right now, particularly if you're Rare Atom. Good trades again from GG How. How do they keep getting into this B site so easily? even at a numbers deficit, they're able to clean sweep. And it's on to Advent and Jamyoung to now try to clutch it out.
And the positioning for them as well is pretty strong to hold down the fort of this B site. Maury, he'll have the line of sight on towards anyone creeping on up. They're going to go for it early as well. Beautiful execution on towards Jamyoung, and it just leaves Advent. I mentioned no kit earlier. There's less than 10 seconds to even go for that retake. Mestal's going to end it. They do get 11 in the end.
Yeah, I mean, that's the end of that. First half done and dusted. GG How, what a dominant performance they've shown us on the first half of Ancient, and now it's just up to them to convert on their CT side.
This world is slowing down. How can I fight it? How can I listen when there's no sound? Oh, the wolves are out. Yes, the wolves are out. Hold on to what you found. Days are deceiving. My head is spinning round. Oh, I hear you now. Yes, the wolves are out. Inside of our reality. Satellites singing serenity. Send out a signal, please remember me. Send out a signal, promise to me.
Back into the second half right now for Rare Atom and GG How, and obviously leaving a little bit to be desired on that CT side. Rare Atom now have a lot of work to do as they move over to T. GG How will be feeling very confident about what they have in front of them. When you look at yesterday's performance from Rare Atom on Ancient, it doesn't really give us any insight as to what their T side might look like. They only had to pick up 3 rounds, and those 3 rounds were the pistol plus the subsequent 2 rounds. And so there really is nothing to go by. Have to hope they've got something on the T side here. Otherwise, this is going to be a very swift defeat on the first map.
5-0 was the start from GG How. We'll see if Rare Atom can reenact something like that as well. You know, the switch up towards their T side, as you mentioned. Kaze is going to be coming in with a bit of util as well as Advent. This is a really quick one. Meztal good for 1 with those dualies, and now Face Crack is going to feel the pressure burning away. Good to find the frag on towards Mercury, and that is going to halt the process of Rare Atom.
Yeah, Rare Atom definitely do need this pistol, don't they? Otherwise, look, it's probably not going to happen anyway, but without the pistol, I'm pretty much prepared to call it for GG How. And it's not a good start to the pistol either for Rare Atom. Face crack. Really good stuff from him to get out of there alive and get himself a kill on the way out too.
Well, over towards the A side at the moment with the bomb. Two of these members, remember, they did buy utility, so no Kevlar to protect them a little bit from body shots, but some swift headshots already in this round. Start to see the rotation from GG Hao towards the A site, getting a sense that things are going to end there. Kaze, a single flashbang, the only assistance that Rare Atom do have to try and find that advantageous duel as he does sleuth his way up into the house. We'll see what Mori does want to try and do as well. GG Hao do not need to press the issue whatsoever. Time is on their side.
Would need to see a pretty clean entry hit on this A bomb site. Maybe from Jamyoung. Bomb plan is going to go down, but Mori is really going to put pressure onto Advent. Think does go through the box. Mori survives. It's now down to Kaze and Jamyoung, but Blue Phoenix turns around and finishes one off. Jamyoung in the 1-on-3. He is a player that we can normally rely on from Rare Atom, but this feels like a task too much for him.
Pistol goes the way of GG Hao. Might be the nail in the coffin coming in towards this one. I've got to say, Blue Phoenix has been a little bit quiet throughout the course of this map, but a couple of kills to really go a long way for GG Hao in that round as well. Certainly does give your individual confidence a bit of a boot up.
Yeah, Rare Atom having a bit of a look at the notes there. I think they are going to have to do some pretty in-depth reading to win it from here. Force buy from them. Galil's out across the board. Only the 3 smokes. So really not a whole lot in the tank for Rare Atom here. It's just going to come down to the aim duels for the most part. And look, if I'm being honest, I feel like GG Hao have been better in that respect today.
Feels like Rare Atom playing with sticks in a sword fight at the moment. And even again, you know, was making mention of GG Hao's mid-control on their T side. They were just getting it time and time again. They're completely locking out Rare Atom from gaining any control, any progression up the map at the moment in this round. Very split across it, already using one of those smokes that they did invest in towards this round. They almost need to find 2 openers towards one of the sides of this map, draw rotations away from GG Hao. Cheeky position up in the tree from Mori as well. Do wonder if Rare Atom are going to be able to clear it. Bit indecisive still on where things are looking to end up at the moment. Another smoke utilized from them.
Counting that timer down at the moment, aren't they, Rare Atom? 50 seconds left. They haven't really taken control of mid just yet. They're going to be spotted on the way in. Davkos will know that there's some presence there. Prompts a bit of util out from the CT side. Good shots from Jamyoung to respond to the opening pick from GG Hao.
Where do you choose to go, though? 30 seconds. Mosey hasn't progressed out in towards A yet. You got a flank from Mercury if it does transition in towards that one, locking themselves into the donut. A good line from Davkos. A second as well, stolen by Mori. But at that point in time, you're just playing for the denial of the bomb plan. A great nade on towards Kaze, essentially locking Rare Atom out. They are done in this round. Mercury does not have time to get a plant or find all 3 kills.
I mean, you say they're done in this round. I got to say, I feel like they're done in this map at this point. It just looks like GG Hao is running rings around Rare Atom. Rare Atom maybe doesn't have a great grasp of what GG Hao is doing, what their setup is there on that CT side. It just looks a bit too free for GG Hao, to be honest. Yeah. And like, if you're going to force into Galil's like that, you need to be getting more done.
Almost feel like it would be worth your while having someone drop down onto a Max 10 or even keep a Deagle to get a little bit more utility.
Yep. The only one ray of hope right in that round was Jamyoung getting the entry onto A. But then, apart from that, GG Hao have kind of swamped them. 13-4. Galil out for Mercury again. I suppose from this point onwards, we're pretty much just going to be seeing buys from Rare Atom. This one's a hero Galil.
Look at all this control that GG Hao finding as well. Really getting up into the face of Rare Atom. It is a good flash to try and find face crack, but you got meztal there to assist, and this is just a meat grinder over at the lane at the moment. A minute 30. You already had 2 players lose your life to Rare Atom. Make that a 3rd. Face crack looking for more.
Yeah, face crack not putting a foot wrong at the moment. Mercury's going to be the danger man for GG Hao in this round, but they've got bomb. And yeah, okay, he might be able to do some economic damage. What is the point?
Well, there's one.
Okay.
And a second.
Starts to look doable for Mercury if he's going to hit shots like that, but down to 27 HP. Still doesn't have the bomb. Has a lot of time to work with. Smoke down onto the side. Let's not count him out. We saw some really big rounds from him in that first half. He's going to require another ace to get another round for Rare Atom.
If he finds one, this round certainly does become a lot more competitive.
No.
That bomb position's problematic though, and yeah, grouping up together. GG How 14, surviving with 2. They'll still be okay with that. As you mentioned, it's probably force in round and round again for Rare Atom and just see what else you have to provide on this map. I'm loving the aggression from GG How though.
I mean, you're going to see that when they're up 13, 14 to 4. Play with that confidence. We said it at the very start of the map, the way that GG How went about their first couple of T rounds. They were confident. And that has translated into the CT side. Rare Atom still yet to really show us anything today. Already big damage done onto Jamyoung. GG How, again, they look like they want to try to get aggressive. meztal yesterday saw a lot of instances of him pushing out through this smoke. Rare Atom maybe have picked up on that. They've got Mercury watching it.
Playing that spread default at the moment, GG How. Nothing too untoward. Davkos with that AWP and Donut. You've got Mori starting to piece together that nobody's going to be in through towards mid. He has to clear Jamyoung here. But will he? Mercury's even just looking after this one right now. That's a big frag for Mori to win, an opportunity for Jamyoung to get the trade. But look at the rotations already from GG How. They're all around B because you've got Blue Phoenix in where they buy guns.
Jamyoung's in a great spot. He's going to get himself a freebie. But you're exactly right. This round is still very much GG How favored, unless for some reason Kaze would turn around. He's not going to, though, and that's going to be the bomb drop. Blue Phoenix executes him. Advent fully flashed. The teamwork is just so good for GG How at the moment. And it's Jamyoung left alone without really a hope at all. Snowball's chance in hell I'll give him.
No one's looking to ward him at the moment until Davkos does start to run into him. There's the first for Jamyoung. He would also need an ace to be able to close out this round.
Ooh, that was close.
10 seconds, though.
Yeah. 15 up. 1 round away for GG How from securing map number 1. And I have to say, Rare Atom, what has happened at this event? Road to Rio, Asia. I had them pegged as one of, if not the favorite. And they're not playing like it at the moment.
Needs to be flawless from here on out for Rare Atom. Otherwise find some individual tendencies potentially to carry over into towards Inferno. Again, as you say, you know, Inferno was looking a little bit different for Rare Atom yesterday.
Yeah. We'll see them start on T side probably. It's their CT side I'm most interested to see. Either way, not quite there yet, but I don't think anyone's going to begrudge us for having a bit of a chat about map 2 when the scoreline is 15-4.
GG How going to start to back off from mid after going on that exploration. And once again, it is Rare Atom really just playing what I feel like is out of their style in these rounds, right? Yes, you're 4-15 down at the moment, but not really assisting yourselves with everything you're throwing out to it. GG How have been loving the patience that you've been giving them to find these opening jewels, to find these multi-frags as well. All the footsteps heard at the moment. meztal going to be in a bit of a crossfire with Face Crack, who will be good for the first one, but then those trades do come out. Again, it's the advantage for GG How time and time again.
How many 2-for-1s have we seen from GG How? Rare Atom just cannot seem to trade effectively at the moment. Yeah, maybe it's one of those situations where you just say, look, it wasn't our map. Got a mental reset. It definitely hasn't been their map. Mori has been stellar. 22-8.
Then you got meztal just behind him, 20-9 as well. Blue Phoenix, he started to get a couple of these CT frags when they needed it.
I mean, there's nothing really in this one for Rare Atom. I don't even think there's like a silver lining per se. There hasn't really been too much at all. Mercury's had an okay game, but it's very much just been GG How, and that is that 16-4 on map 1. Ancient secured for GG How in convincing fashion.